Say yes, Bob.
How is this video the same forwards and backwards? Snow have my no fresh
Bob, say yes.
Hey guys, Isaac and I recently released a video that was the same forward and backwards. We decided on this sort of structure to make it work. As you can see, it's kind of pyramid. The structure in this graph is one half of the video structure. In the video itself, we demonstrate how this structure can be reversed. So it's twice as long, excluding the intro and the outro.
We made the story in such a way that it could be played forwards and backwards and still have the same story arc as well as the words. We designed the story so that the order of scenes could be reversed at the halfway point with some slight changes in some scenes and still make sense both ways.
We use some visual and auditory tricks to achieve this effect.
The green stands for phonetic palindromes, which are words or phrases which sound the same forward and backward.
So for instance, we're going to be starting off with Sorry Ross, which you'll notice is Ross Room 1 at the very beginning, and also the same scene at the very end. Alright, so this is meant to sound the same forward and backwards. Here we go. Forwards.
Sorry, Ross.
Okay. We'll have to cut this then.
What can you say? The next half, I guess it doesn't happen here.
Then you gotta reverse both of these. Sound and the audio. And now it is backwards.
Sorry, Ross.
Neat, right?
Pink words are phonetic reversals, which are words that sound like one word one way, but sound like other words the other way.
And phonetic reversals are kind of helpful if you want to sort of make the scene feel a little more different on the way back down. You know, it's a bit of an interesting kind of wordplay to do with. It kind of allows you to sort of get an arc where it goes up and down again, and you can sort of go back to a similar scene, and it will be a little bit of a different meaning this time around, right? But you do want it to have about a similar kind of energy and delivery if you're trying to get it to be pretty close. The one that we're going to be kind of talking about right now is I'd Yes You in the first half becomes We Say Die in the latter half. Alright, let's go and look at the example. Okay, here we go. This should be I'd Yes You.
Yeah, I guess you.
And then you take that, and then you sort of reverse it, and however method you can kind of reverse it with, you know. We're using iMovie. Alright, ready to go? Sounds pretty close, right? You might need to kind of mess around with some of the phonemes. You kind of, you know, sounds pretty close, but in the first one I had to kind of be like E-eyed.
Yeah, I guess you.
And so you might have to kind of like play around with some things like that sometimes, like even like Bob or something like that sometimes does not work if you aren't careful about it. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're working on this.
The yellow words on the chart are this interesting thing that we didn't really know how else to categorize, because it's like this thing that's like two phonetic palindromes next to each other, where the words sort of get reversed, like the operations get reversed. You might not run into that whenever you're doing it, but you also might. It's kind of like an interesting thing to play around with as well.
Bob's.
Okay. We are looking here for Bob Say Yes.
Bob, say yes.
So which place forward is Bob Say Yes, and it has two phonetic palindromes within it, Bob and Say Yes.
Bob,
But
say
whenever
yes.
whenever that's reversed, the order of phonetic palindromes switches around. All right.
Say yes, Bob.
Say Yes, Bob. See? So Say Yes and Bob have switched around in the sentence structure, which is why it's kind of the effect that we're talking about here. The blue words are things that we've designed that can be done forwards and done reverse, you know, like scenes that can be done both ways is like the idea behind them. Physical things without any phonemes or words, but, you know, just some visual things that we can kind of use in that way. Okay. So an example of this that we're going to be looking at here is the angry dance, which is what Ross does whenever he is transitioning from his room or back to his bedroom later on in the video. But the first time it happens is he's just kind of leaving his bedroom and going down the hallway. Very nice. And later, whenever you reverse this, later he can go back to his bedroom. I think I grabbed both of them. Hopefully, I'm not entirely sure if I did it written. It's backwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's right.
So now this is him going back after he's mad and had a bad time outside. He's like, I want to go back home. Very mad. Yes, sir. Okay. That's what I'm looking for, but you get the idea. Yeah, Google Drive link will be done in the comments below and the description as well. Okay, we'll do it to the chart. We also might post it on the community tab. We'll see how that goes. We'll also be talking more in detail about the whole thing, kind of like the process on a podcast at some point. Yeah. Please like the video if you enjoyed this. And you found some help in that, you know. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please share. Please, if you know anybody who like it, please do all that. I feel like we're just so totally know what's happening. Yeah. Alright, thanks. Alright. Bye. Oh my god. Oh my god.